So since obviously you've started bringing him last May, did you say? Yeah. Have you seen any changes in like the confidence on the mat, off the mat?
Definitely in Sam. Definitely in Sam. He, typically growing up, kids are going to be kids, and you don't want to sort of ban bullying around, but there was a little bit of, we'd call it bullying or niggle or whatever you want to say, within his class. And it's certainly given him much more confidence knowing that he can deal with anything physically. I mean, sometimes he goes a little bit too far and like goes, I know Jiu-Jitsu, which obviously isn't necessarily what we want, but he certainly has some like physical tools now to deal with anything that might happen, but not only with the physical tools, it's also about just like diffusing a situation, vocalizing, if something is untoward and going wrong. So he's definitely got sort of many more tools now to deal with situations that might come up. But but just confidence, just him as a person, he's definitely much more confident with himself.
And in terms of like progression then on the mats, I mean, I've noticed a difference in his technical abilities and stuff like that. Have you noticed any?
Totally. And it's so worthwhile getting him to sort of do, because it's not like your physical, it's not sort of typically run of the mill sort of physical things to do. And like, so he does a bit of gymnastics as well. And the two of them really like complement each other. And again, it's that thing of, they might be a little bit grumpy on a Saturday morning after a full week of school, but once they're here and they're really involved in it, they are, definitely really enjoying it.
And I mean, what sort of things would you say set it apart from gymnastics? I mean, we talk about the philosophical undertones, like we talk about the word of the week and stuff. So last week it was leadership. And we spoke about discipline and stuff. How do you think that's kind of?
I think, that for sure. Teaching, it's the teaching aspect of it, and the sense of community, the sense of camaraderie. The lessons they learn about being a good person, being good to other people. I think one moment sticks out in my mind when one of his friends got promoted to his grey and white belt, and just the pride on Sam's face for his friend being promoted was like, it brought real joy, and he was just clapping, thumbs up, and that is something that I don't think you tend to see as much in other sports, because they can be quite individualized. Whereas, like you say, the sense of community and actually training with each other and knowing that what you're doing is helping your teammate and vice versa. So
good. And you really feel like he's sort of grasped that aspect of it as well.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely.
Brilliant. And in terms of maybe it's like any life skills, have you noticed like he's developed any of those in terms of like resilience maybe, or?
Certainly. He can be quite quick to temper. As lots and lots of kids can. And I think it's just, he knows that he can get those emotions out, take a breath, like just refocus on whatever's gone wrong or whatever's happening that he's like unhappy with. And he knows that like that emotion will pass, and he can just sort of like reset himself and like carry on and accept that he knows that whatever he's got to do or what he doesn't want to do it's not going to be a chore or a challenge. It's just something that's got to happen and get done. So it's certainly that sense of like acting under pressure of something that you don't want to happen. You just, you can just take a breath and reset and sort of go again. Much like when you're rolling and you're in an awful position, you just can defend, take a minute and try and work out how to carry on from there.
I mean, I think that ties into the self-discipline aspect of it as well, doesn't it? Like he's learning to discipline himself to do things, maybe be in uncomfortable situations, but put him in them situations voluntarily and learn that he can overcome them possibly.
Yeah, definitely.
That's brilliant. And like in terms, you've noticed, you spoke about the emotional regulation side of it. He's giving him confidence and stuff to deal with maybe the little bit of bullying or something you saw. Emotional regulation, in terms of like managing his temper and stuff like that, would you say it's helped in any way with that?
Definitely. And again, it's so hard to know what to expect at a young age, because he's only 7. And inevitably there will be times when emotions are just too much and and will boil over. But definitely, even just little things like he knows he's got to do his homework and he would rather watch TV, and there will be the inevitable like grunt. But yeah, he's just overcoming those little things for sure.
Brilliant.